Okay, so I wanted to talk a bit as well about how it is made internally. Because I mean, first off, this is a kind of a public asset. Sure, I have some like paid tier, but that's I still worked on this, and I I, uh, I would like some compensation, let's say. But still, this is open. If you want to modify it, you are welcome to do so. And if you have like a big change that you want to see, or even that you do, and like please share it with me. I'd be happy to credit you and get it to everybody who might be using this asset. But really, first off, you need to understand a bit how it works, and really, because you have three parts a bit inside of it. There is the integer team, the float team, which the integer team is a bit like it's an old, um, it's a bit of a vestige from the past, but it still has its use cases. And you get the float team, and then you have all the individual channels, which the three of these can be operated onto separately. But usually, you'll start in here, wait. This is a bit the first layer, the team manager. It's also the most important one. It makes sure that the check team update is false, because you have a few like things that checks. Because, by example, when I'm inside of main texture, when I go inside of one of the teams, I need to stitch continuously check the integer, the main team integer. Um, and when I'm outside of it, well, I don't want to be always checking it to save resources. So I use this parameter to do this right there. I also have it in the quick select where it's the main team float update. And these are just going to be links. They're just going to send me towards set team's integer or set team float. And in here, it copies from the main team to the main body team and channel 1 through 9. Um, 9. Somehow I don't know why that was not there properly, but I'll fix that everywhere later. Um, and also, when you add a new channel, you need to add it inside the set team int and the set team float here. It's both of them. It's a bit the same. It's just copying from float to team channels together. But for the float, it's gonna add 0.01. I found that it works better like this. Because when I did not, it might sometimes be like on the edge of turning on and off. So I just decided to do it like this. Everywhere at first it was for the ints, but now I've also done it for the floats because I copied it over. And when it's on remote, it just does nothing when its local is false. And that is kind of important. I check it because if it's not onto the remote part, VRC Fury will send the parameters of both the main team and the channels more slowly because it needs to go through everything. But when it's on remote, it'll just like do it quicker somehow, and I'm not sure, but it works good. It works good. After that, you have all of these after here. That just all the channels. The main body, though, it copies over from the main body team to the main team float. That's because when you change it, when you change it a bit, the main team. No, I'm not sure why that's there, but it must have a good reason to be there. It's been a while I made this asset, frankly. But yeah, that's a bit how it works. That's just the animator part, though. After that, you also have the code here, which is not that complex, but you still need to be kind of familiar with C sharp scripting. I got the all my functions here and all my values. I got the editor right here. That is really just like a fancy array with the add, remove, reset linkers and whatnot. All my buttons there. Um, I got the team filler, which is an unused piece of code that I won't be adding onto these versions, but I will be adding it later on. And it's a bit like I'm a bit like working on it, but not quite. It is just to make it easier to add a new material into each of the team folder. Um, so yeah, so that's what that's about. There's a team object because this is one of that's my scriptable object that contains basically everything that I need to make the teams work properly. And after that, I got my material binding linkers right here, which have also the try fill from Animalist. Because every time I want to link a material with a renderer, I gotta give it like the current renderer where it gets its material and everything from, as well as all the animation clips. Uh, so I've been wanting to a bit optimize this maybe, but that's like the best way of doing it, I believe. And if you want to go through all the code, like go wild, but it's it's a bit complex sometimes. I'm not too sure what I talk about. There are some little flaws here. That was my problem. I put it was just two here. Also have start index -1. The error in the last video I was having. This is that's why it's so strict onto the naming. But yeah, and that's like either it's like 0 or the linker, like if it's 0 it takes the linker name, or else it takes the linker name with the alt and the I. So that is why the first body alt, you don't need to make alt 0, just alt 1 for the first alternative. uh, but yeah,